In this video we're continuing with input devices and we're going to focus on cameras and microphones. Alright, so images and sound can be held on computers. The fact we're holding them on computers suggests that they are stored in a digital form. The issue is life is not digital, it is analog. Okay, so sound is analog, the things you see are not digital. Alright, so we need to change them into digital, and we have devices, digital cameras and microphones that do this, and they store them into file format so the computer can recognize them as image files or sound files. So there are lots more different file types than the ones here, but these are just common ones. All right, so for images we have BMPs, bitmaps, JPEGs, GIFs, and for sound files, popular sound file extensions, WAV files and MP3. Okay, so a digital camera turns images into digital signals, and a digital microphone turns sound into digital signals. So let's have a look at camera. So at the front of a camera you have something called an aperture, or simply a hole. Okay, and it's at the front of the camera, just here, and inside of the hole there is a lens. Alright, again round about here. Now light shines through the hole, okay, and the lens focuses the light onto a sensitive electronic surface, which is this surface here. Alright, now the surface is made up of a tiny grid of sensors, and these sensors are light sensitive, and it's the sensors that turn the image into binary. Okay, and that's how a camera works, to be put very simply. But for the GCSE exam you won't need to be able to go into any more depth than that. Let's have a look at microphone. So we've got a diagram of a microphone here. So let's see how a microphone works. So sound waves, if you didn't already know, they're just movements of air, okay, and they're continuous. So in a microphone you have at the front, just here, a device or part of the microphone that is designed to pick up the movement of air. So this device here, or this part of the microphone, will vibrate when the vibrations of air hit it. Okay, now it can be just a really thin sheet that vibrates when the sound waves hit it, or it can be a coil, which is kind of like this. That's a terrible drawing of a coil. Let me try that again. So it's kind of like this, very tightly packed together, that kind of springs in and out when the sound waves hit it, or it can also be just a ribbon of foil. Okay, but the idea is when the sound waves hit whichever of these three things is here, this will vibrate backwards and forwards. Alright, and it's these vibrations that are converted into a digital signal. Alright, so the vibrations are here and it's converted into ones and zeros and sent to the processor that can then output them. Alright, so it's not as complicated as you might think. Okay, and that is a microphone. So a second, sorry, I went a bit forward there. Now in everyday life, the most common you're going to come into contact with is a mobile phone. Alright, they have